today we will be testing the Wonder Trend Indicator.
But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. There is also a link down below to sign up for Tradingview. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon.
Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Wonder Trend Indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 51 different strategies, with 13 of them being profitable. We've also tested a total of 723 indicators, with 290 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these strategies and indicators on the Forex market, but they can be applied to just about any market universally. Okay, so today's indicator is the Wonder Trend Indicator, and you can see it here on the bottom of the screen. And so the creator of the indicator gave a pretty decent little kind of write-up on what exactly the Wonder Trend Indicator is and how they kind of came about creating it. And so basically a short version is that they said that the parabolic SAR and the super trend were both decent indicators, but they kind of had their own flaws with them, and so kind of combined those together to create this indicator. I'm not sure if it's exactly combining those two as far as their mathematical equation and sources and such, but basically they used those two indicators as a basis to then create this indicator. And you can see it here on screen. Pretty interesting indicator. It does look very similar to like the super trend. In ways, I guess I should say. It doesn't really jump like the super trend does, and it doesn't really jump like the parabolic SAR does necessarily. But you can see that it does shift colors, and so it goes from a red coloration to a yellow and then to a green and back and forth accordingly. And so as you can probably guess, the setup on this is that we are looking for when the indicator turns a red color, we are looking to go short. When the indicator turns to the green color with a green background, then we are looking to go long. Let's see if we can actually move this to a new pane below. Sometimes it's easier. Yeah, there we go. And so instead of it being shoved right up into price action, where sometimes it can be hard to see these very small shifts in the color, then we can put it down here, and we might be able to go in, let's see, not that one, but this one, maybe, there we go. Bump up that line weight just a little bit more. Just make everything just a tad bit more visible and easier to kind of spot with the eye. All right, so that's the marching orders we have there. Let's go ahead and get on with the testing and see what we can get out of it. Okay, so the first signal that we pick up is a short signal. We can see that right here, we get that shift from the yellow back to the red right here on that one. And if we hover over that particular candle right there and that point on the indicator, you can actually see right here, right above my cursor, there are the coordinates there, the number coordinates. You can see that it actually changes as that line changes, the first numbers there. And so you can see it switches from red to the yellow and then back to the red. So if we hover over that, you can see that it has turned red officially right there. Unfortunately though, as soon as we would have entered, we would have gotten a spike back to the upside, which definitely looks like it has stopped us out. Yep, it sure has. So that one would have stopped out there. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, we then pick up along right here on this one. As you see, we get that shift from the yellow color to the green color right here. But again, unfortunately, as soon as we would have entered on that long right here on this candle, we would have gotten a spike to the downside, this big, large candle right there. And it does appear as though it was right at, we might have missed. Let's go ahead and zoom in just a little bit tighter here so we can get our ruler tool right there to right there. Yeah, we just barely missed getting stopped out on that one. Whenever I first measured it, it looked like it had stopped us out, but it appears that we would have missed that stop by just a few pips, as it then spiked back to the upside. Nice recovery there, and would have come up and got us to our take profit. Let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so the next signal that we got was a long signal. Again, right here, we get that shift from the orange color back to the green color right here. But then we got an immediate push to the downside there. That would have come down, and doesn't look like it's quite stopped us out yet. So let's go ahead and play this forward just a little bit here. Nope, I think that one definitely... Nope, still not quite stopped out yet. There we go. That one right there would have done us in. Nope, actually we would have stopped out back over here. Sorry about that. I was measuring from the wrong point on that one. All right, so what I'm going to do here is go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the testing. That way things will get too long, and we'll pick this up when we are at the end of the year. Alright, so that's going to put us at the end right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, now would be a good time to say that if you are interested in excelling your trading knowledge, I highly recommend that you join our Patreon only channel on our Discord server. You can find a link to our Patreon down below, as well as a link to our Discord. Once you sign up as a patron, it'll give you access to the Patreon only channel, where we post some really great advanced information about trading strategies, trading indicators, and trading philosophy in general. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, you'll get access to the full list of indicators that we have tested. That comes in an Excel version and a PDF version, and you will get that full list of indicators showing exactly which indicators were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates. And you'll get access to an Excel sheet of all the strategies that we have tested that shows exactly which strategies were winners, which ones were losers, as well as their win rates, and links to go back and review those individual strategies. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel, and it doesn't cost hardly anything at all. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at our indicator here. Get in focus. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and count it out. See what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So we have 14 trades all together, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 winning trades. And so that barely misses that 60% criteria that we are looking for. This indicator was interesting. It seemed like it did all right at some moments, but it also kind of fell victim to the same issue that we've seen with many other indicators before, where it seemed like when consolidation kind of set into the market, then it couldn't quite figure out what direction it wanted to go. Well, I guess it was still reading the long directions, but it kept throwing long signals but not actually going anywhere. And so it didn't necessarily kind of whipsaw us in and out of the market like we've seen before on some other indicators. And so in that instance, it definitely did better than some other indicators that we've seen. But it also seemed to be rather slow at eventually catching when trend was taking place. So there was moments where a decent chunk of trend direction took place before it finally picked up that there was a trend kind of direction taking place in the market. And so you can kind of see right here where it pushed down, but right at the end, right here it pushed up, but almost right at the end. It wasn't until we hit these really nice long stretches that it finally was able to kind of stretch its legs and really get a good idea of what direction the market was going in. And so just barely missed that 60% criteria, unfortunately. And so this one is going to have to go on the no list. And we will move on to the next indicator from here.